Hi guys, Dave in Texas here, and it figures that the damn YouTube would crap out on me when I'm trying to make this video. Anyway, I'm showing a friend of mine how to resolder his Les Paul Kiss guitar he got from Trade Tang. And what I'm doing right now, I'm desoldering these wires to this bass of mine to give him an idea of what's involved. Now, in the first part, I explained to him the difference between a come on camera, don't fuck with me now. A tone pot and a volume pot. You see that red wire linked between the two? You link the tone pot to the volume pot. That controls the tone and volume on one pickup, right? And basically the wiring is pretty commonsensical here. Something else you need to be aware of is that you need to scratch the top of these pots so that, let me find one that has to stay in here for once. You have to scratch the top of these pots so that they'll stick, right? Otherwise they won't stick to the solder won't stick to the pot. Now here comes out the jack, right? But it's connected to the three-way, right? Up here, out of sight. Alright, figures. So I'll just undo that. Chinese are excellent when it comes to soldering these things. They've had enough practice, a lot more than I have. What I'm doing right now is I'm just clearing the field, so to speak, so nothing is in the way of me wiring this thing back up the right way. Alright, now all the junk's out. Okay, now first of all, of course, I took off the screws, the nuts, and all the plates. Everything's been removed from the front of the guitar so I can have easy access to it. Now, as you can see, these thick ones, these thick wires, which are red and blue, have a white wire that's coated and a non-coated wire in there. These are Chinese pickups. The white wire goes to one of the legs of the volume pot, one of the two volume pots. The aluminum, which is why there's a problem with the wiring, the aluminum, clear aluminum, goes to the pot body itself on top where you've scratched it with sandpaper, heavy grit sandpaper, something to score. It's what they're calling it, scored. You remove what you've scratched off and you wipe it down, get your hand marks off and your handle off the pot, right? So you want the pot very clean when you adhere this to it, right? This is the ground wire for a Chinese guitar. It goes to the tail piece of the bridge, right? Internal parts. This is the three-way switch, right? These are wires up to the three-way, which I'll pull those out. As you can see, now watch. Rip. Out they came. Right? And even though it's called a three-way, there's four wires to it. And one's a ground. Okay, can you see all these? Camera? Bear with me, guys. I'm using a stationary camera that's over hanging a boom of a microphone stand. It's not easy to film this. So now, here's this shitty three-way put in there as well. Okay? Now you can keep these for test parts if you'd like, right? I had a bag full of these. Some of them were good. They're over 500K, but most of them either given away or thrown away, one or the other. But, you know, they do work, but I just don't like them. I don't like the tones they produce. I don't like the sounds they create. I don't like anything that has anything to do with them. So those are all in the junk box. So now you have a completely clean, except for the ground wire and the two wires that go to the pickups, a completely clean area to put these pots in, these Gibson pots. Now, little problem. Take a look at the shaft of these pots, right? They won't fit in the holes provided in this guitar, period. Ah shit, they won't fit there anyway. Thought they'd at least go in. Anyway, they won't fit in because they're too thick. Alright? So what you're going to have to do is get you a tool. You can actually do something like this, right? Put down in that hole and help route that hole out, right? You can get you an awl, AWL, which is a tool that looks kind of like a knife, kind of, and route that out. Just get in there and just round it out so that those pots will fit through those holes. Now, interesting thing. I'm wondering now that this guitar is stripped, except for the pickups, whether or not these would actually fit in this guitar. Now, I know they'll fit inside one of my Chinese Les Pauls. I've already tried it. They fit. But I'm wondering if I shave down some of this, if they'll fit inside this one. So what I've done, I flipped it over. Alright. So I can go over and get a... Now, let's see if it'll fit this way. Nope. The center line is so far off on these, I'd have to drill 3 new holes. So basically, no, these won't fit. Any way I can figure this, it's not going to fit the right width. Alright? Distance apart. But for some reason, when you try to fit these together in the length part of it, they're just way off angle, these Chinese guitars. So there's no way it's going to fit, and I'm not going to auger out these holes and put 3 new holes in this guitar and try to plug those back up again. That's just too much work. So what I'm going to end up doing, if you can look at this, how it's, these pots are on here. These are good Gibson pots. They're 12 bucks a piece. So what I'll do, instead of just tossing this board, keeping it for demonstration purposes, I'll remove these potentiometers and put inside this base to use with them. As well as I'll get better caps put in there as well. Okay? So I've got to dig around my toolbox for a second. Let's get on that awl. Find some extra stuff there. Here is a Gibson pot. As you can see, it's not going to fit. The shaft is just way too big. And the easiest way to do it is get a tool and grind this out about 5/6 thousandths. And of course, I don't have my awl tool with me, so I can stop this video and also do another one to go with this. But all I'll do is take the awl and I'll route these things out, make the hole bigger in them. I'll show you how to do that. Alright? And you can buy awl for like 12 bucks at a hardware store. If they still make them. I don't know if sure they do not, because most people use drills these days. But I would not use a drill on this because you'll chip the finish. Try to find a hand tool to route these out, guy. Alright? So, Dave in Texas here. If any questions about this so far, give me a holler. Like I said, there'll be a couple of videos because I got a lot to do and just one person to do it with.